Good morning, evening, or whatever time you might be having right now, guys. It's me again. Thanks for tuning in for episode number 3 of my series. Before we get cracking with what we're all waiting for, the city or the first town, I have some organization as usual, just stuff I have to sort out. And I was asked which LUT I actually used. And I was already honest in my comment I left on the comment that was a question, but I'm not quite sure which LUT I'm using. I mean, now I know that I'm apparently not using any right now, and I was not using any during the last episodes, number 1 and 2. But I am and was using the map theme Just Tropical 2.0. I will leave a link in the description. So feel free to check it out. Also, please feel free to tell me what the heck the difference between LUT and map theme is, because I have absolutely no idea. No Steam discussion I found in the community, no result Google gave me on the topic LUT could actually explain what that is in a way that I understand. I might just be too daft in all the computer topic or graphics topic or whatever that actually falls under. And so if any of you have an idea and have a good explanation, please leave it for me so I know what I'm doing. That would be really cool. So now it is up to you to decide on the LUT I'm going to be continuing with, and you'll have the choice between Rhinestone Island, used by Flux in, you guessed it, Rhinestone Island, Clarity, which I haven't seen on YouTube before, but I found on the workshop and I find quite nice, and the one I've been having for the last 2 and current episode. And after I can't decide, it's up to you. So I'll leave you with a short compilation, and I'll get back to you in about a minute. Thanks. So, what do you think? I know it's just a handful of pictures and not a perfect compilation, but I hope you get the gist. If not, tell me and I will upload the pictures themselves, or maybe some more updated pictures to, for example, my Facebook page or something. We can handle that when it comes to it. But for now, just, if it's enough, tell me what you like most and what I should continue with, and as usual, the one that wins, and I will take that and continue with it. Of course, it will always be able to, I will always change it if the opinions change, but let's see what this brings us. I will leave links to the different LUTs in the description, just if you want to have a look at them yourselves, or have a look at what they usually look like or on the maps the creators intended them to be. Yeah, look at it if you want to, don't look at it if you don't want to. Now right here you see me building the fire station and just messing around with some foliage, which I am quite happy with. I turned out quite happy with in the end. I'll just let it roll. I did do some naming already. After I haven't had really any big suggestions for names for the church or the town or the whole island, etc. I just went with what friends here offline told me, suggested, and what I came up with myself. And I ended up calling the church you saw me build in episode number 2 basically St. Winston, and this wee town we're working on there is going to be the town of Winston, just Winston. Reason being is actually extremely simple. It's a church on a hill, and I tried to mess around with the word church on a hill, and I came up with Churchill, and the most famous Churchill is Winston, and I thought that actually doesn't sound too bad, so I hope you like it. If not, we'll see if I change it. I'm quite happy with it, so I'm not sure if I'm going to change it, but never mind. Mitch, you gave me a great tip to check my volume, and actually I already was looking or was trying to be careful with it. I just had my own volume turned up to almost the maximum while mastering the last video, which ended up having a perfectly fine volume for me and leaving you with a far too silent video, which is actually a wee bit, well, not embarrassing. I'm quite new to this, so I'm not embarrassed, but could have been better, you know. I hope you're not mad at me, Mitch. I'm already have my volume turned down for this one, and I hope it will work out better. Joey, you suggested to build a wind farm, which I will definitely need soon because I will need more power as the city starts to grow. I will probably plant it further down the island. I have some assets for an offshore power wind farm, is it called? Yeah, offshore wind farm or wind park. And I'll just see what evolves from the work. But I have no perfect plan right now, but I have it in mind, and I'm going to build it soon because I think the idea is great. Now, Bradwave, thanks for your comment. I will follow your suggestion, and I have added some more cinematics to the end just for you, my friend. Thanks for the compliment. I'm glad you liked my work so far. Not only you, I'm glad everyone liked my work so far. That goes to the people who liked it. I guess I'm repeating myself. The cinematics will not be perfect. I can, well, warn you beforehand. They are a wee bit blurry and a wee bit bumpy, but they are better than what I tried for last episode. I have no idea what the problem was. Probably it's just the combination of programs I'm using. I'm using the Open Broadcast Studio for my screen recording, and the Cinematic Camera Extended mod by Samsam TS, or whatever the name is supposed to be pronounced like. And somehow the combination of those two, no matter which FPS and whatever I type in, I've tried every combination I could come up with, and it never really seemed to work properly. Even tried recording really slowly and then playing quickly and the other way around, and it just never worked properly. So I hope you're happy with that, and if you have any suggestion, tips, etc., leave them with me and I'll do my best to improve. Clumsy Dentist, you asked whether I was actually doing any research via Google Maps. I do research occasionally. Mostly I have the ideas while I sit in the car and drive along somewhere, and I want to get to the build, so I don't really spend that much time on researching. But sometimes when I do not have the time, I just doodle around Google Maps and just look at different places I know I would like to, different sewage plants or different airports or schools or whatever, and just look at how they work and how they are set up to find inspiration. Also, I did that with the sewage treatment plant from last episode. I had a look at different ones around the area I live. So something I was going to promise to you, I will quit excusing for everything all the time. I'm sorry for having done that. Whatever. I'll do my best to not spam you with excuses, because I know that they seem to be not as sincere as they're meant to be. But anyway, I'm really excited about the future, just as you. And what you also said, what you can see right now, actually, I'm planting the foliage. Goodness, I'm planting the foliage from quite a bit further away now. At least I'm trying my best to do it, because the point you had is absolutely, it makes sense, and I'll try to keep this way up, because I'm starting to get used to it. I have some minor tweaks that I need to zoom in for a wee bit more, but it's working. I'm on my way. Jacob, you have your second shout out. I was planning to build a walking track this episode. I ended up having this other stuff I put down. So it will perhaps happen next episode. I don't want to promise it. But I'm planning to lay out the grid for the main town area of Winston in the next episode, and then probably either work on the town or fill the areas around what we've already built with some farm and whatever you find in rural. Goodness, I hate that word. In rural areas. I'm sorry. No, I'm not sorry. I am working on my pronunciation, am I? Also, I want to thank everyone else for your confidence in me. I'm trying. I'm actually quite confident in myself. I'm working on it, and I'm working hard, and I know I'm working hard, and I know that apparently most of you like what I do, so I'll keep it up and try to improve anyway, all the time. And with all this talking and speaking around and explaining, again, I forgot to tell you what I was actually doing. So you saw me building the fire station earlier, as I said. After that, the primary school came, because I just know that this is quite important too, as everything basically is, everything connected to the big infrastructure. And what I'm trying over there is to build a petrol station for people to go when they come into the country or leave the country, go through the big tunnel or come from the big tunnel, and just have a wee truck stop adjacent to it, added to it. And over there you see me putting down the, I don't know, loading area for the petrol station, I guess it's called, or something. Just where the lorries go and fill the big tanks beneath the petrol station itself. And later you will see me work on the wee commercial stretch next to the, well, it's not a highway, but next to the connection between the border checkpoint and Winston. But I think for now, I will leave you with some music, and I'll see you later, guys. Thanks. Well, what a great coincidence that this song just stopped here. This is actually a perfect time for me to actually tell you what I'm doing while I'm doing it, because as you may have realized during the rest of the episode, I was more or less explaining ahead and afterwards, etc. So, right there, I started this, well, commercial strip in a wee sort of way, as I told you. And now I am planting some foliage behind the, is it Heath Burger? Anyway, the burger shop. I guess the people who come into the country and want a snack or something can go there, or just some regular people from the island might like to have their dinner there or whatever. I don't know if Heath Burger actually is a real place somewhere in the world, or if it's a made up place. Anyway, a really nice asset, a really nice building. To whoever did this, whoever made this. And I'm just trying to make the whole backyard look a bit more like it's supposed to look like this. You see me putting down these markings to show where it's dangerous, because as you see, the lorries will have to turn back there, so people should not stay in the area where the hatched markings are. I'll probably tell you some more about everything, what I thought about things and the stories behind it in a separate episode. Might do a wee bit of storytelling sometime. But for now, enjoy my build in the backyard. And what I'm going to tell you right away, anyway, I have 46 subscribers now. And if we manage it to 50 by the time I get to it, or before I upload video number 4, which I'm confident we will manage, then I have a wee surprise for you guys. Just a wee reminder. Not talking about it. Never mind. Let's see if you'll manage to see that that, what's it called, surprise. Let's see if you're worthy. Well, no, that sounds a bit too odd, but you know what I mean, don't you? So, as I said, I have the cinematics in the end. So stick with me for another 2 minutes or something. Enjoy the next song, and I guess I'll see you in the next episode. Thanks for watching. See ya. Bye.